Listen, you don't have to tolerate nonsense. You don't have to put up with anything that's unwanted. And today I'm going to give you 4 ways for you to reclaim your power. Hi, I'm Kay Lamour, and welcome to Enchant Your Life, or welcome back. Enchant Your Life is a world where women live through inspired creative expression. And I teach manifestation processes for you to live a confident and magical life. And on this channel, we talk about all things magical, all things whimsical, and ways for you to just live the life of your dreams. So I went to an Abraham-Hicks seminar today. If you know Abraham-Hicks, you know she is one of the top law of attraction teachers in the world. Abraham is channeled by a woman named Esther Hicks. And she does seminars all around the world, all around the country. And she answers questions from people in the audience related to law of attraction. And so today I went to the one closest to me in New York City here, and the closest one was Stamford, Connecticut. And the crazy thing is, I was thinking, man, why doesn't she come to New York City? And at the beginning of the seminar, she actually said her next new stop will be New York City. So we got to look out for that. So let me just back up for a second and let you know how I got to know Abraham-Hicks. So I discovered Abraham-Hicks after reading the book The Secret, because I believe Abraham was on The Secret, the original movie of The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So I discovered her on YouTube, and the following year I went to a seminar. That was actually in 2011 is when I went to the first seminar, and I went to a couple more after that. But then there was a huge 10-year gap. It's been 10 years since I went to one of those seminars, and time really flies. But within all that time, I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos and listening to audios and things like that from Abraham-Hicks. And let me just tell you, Abraham-Hicks' teachings have changed my life for the better immensely. And I absolutely love this lady who brings this information to us. Let's get right into the 4 major takeaways from this seminar. And look, I still have on the seminar bracelet. It says Abraham-Hicks, Stanford 6626. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I got to take that off. Anyway, takeaway number 1 deals with foods and drinks that we crave. Now, it could be a positive craving or a negative craving. And if it's a negative craving and you eat it, or let's just say, for example, it's gluten, right? You may have been told that you have a gluten intolerance, and now you're craving it even more. It's everywhere, bread, cakes, pastries, just about everything has gluten in it. And so you may be craving it. And now the thing is, your body will digest things if you allow it to. If you have a negative expectation about something you ingest, such as gluten, if you have an intolerance, your body is going to be affected negatively. It's all about expectations. If you expect your body to digest it properly and take what it needs and, eliminate the rest, but in, a positive way, that's the way your body will handle the gluten. Or same thing with sugar cravings. Now, it's hard, it can be difficult because we're hearing about, how food affects us negatively everywhere we turn, whether it's in commercials or we're looking at the internet or whatever. People have opinions on just about everything we ingest, and they tell us it's bad somehow. So it's all about our expectations, as I said, and we can change our expectations. Expectations come from beliefs, and a belief is just a thought you keep on thinking. You can change your thoughts and change your beliefs and change your expectations. Now, for example, what Abraham talked about, she said Esther had, she was lactose intolerant or something, and she stayed away from lactose for a long time. But she went into a positive frequency. Her vibes were high. And in her high vibration, she felt an urge to have some ice cream. And so she went and bought that ice cream cone and she ate it all up. And nothing happened. Her body was just fine. And then the next day, she tried it again. And her body was just fine. And what she realized was when she was in a positive state of being and she wanted that ice cream or the lactose, whatever, her body was able to handle it. So it's all about what you believe. And maybe you can try the same thing. Take a break from whatever you think is bad for you. And then, just introduce it again, little by little. Don't go overboard because we always want balance. It's never good to overdo it with anything. But the whole point is your body is intelligent and it is able to digest and handle things that we ingest. I'm not talking about poison. I'm not talking about crushed glass or anything like that. I'm talking about regular food and your expectation of what this food is going to do to you is the way your body is going to handle it. Just think about that kind of power that you have and allow your body to do what it was made to do. Takeaway number 2 was about making decisions. So whether you have to make a decision on, leaving a job, selling a company, or even leaving a relationship or something like that, you never have to make an uncomfortable decision. Because sometimes making those types of decisions, it feels horrible to stay in it or stay with it. And it also feels horrible to let it go. Now, Abraham never wants you to tolerate the unwanted. You can definitely leave something that's completely out of alignment with you, but there is another way that can be more comfortable. And this is the option. You can decide to stay with that thing and think of it in a more positive way. Change your perspective on it. Think of the positive aspects of it, what you could appreciate from it, and focus only on those things. So you're pretty much accepting I am where I am. This is the situation right now. And for now, I am going to just focus on the positive aspects of this. Once you do that, you become more in alignment with what you want. And when you're more in alignment with what you want, it creates a momentum, and that's reflected back to you. The universe will give you more and more of what you want. And eventually you'll be in a place where you're in such a positive mood, like a positive vibration, a high frequency, that whether you have to stay or go, that decision would be so obvious. You'll have so much clarity and it would be so easy for you to make, and it would be more of a comfortable decision. Okay, so it's all about using your thoughts and emotions and your focus to bring yourself more in alignment with what you want, even in that place. No matter what's going on around you, you have that power. Okay? And that's a way to allow the universe to bring you and attract to you what you want. Takeaway number 3 was all about your inner being and what exactly is your inner being. So Abraham explained that our spirit comes down, part of it goes into this body, this human form, and another part of it stays non-physical. And you're working together as a team. So you and your physical body, your purpose is to explore and learn and pretty much Abraham said it's your purpose is freedom, growth, and joy, right? So you're out here on the leading edge, learning lessons, learning your preferences, all that kind of stuff. And all of the lessons that you're learning and all your preferences are going to your inner being. And your inner being is holding all that positivity, all the love, all the evolution, and it's in that positive place and is steadily, consistently holding on to what you in your physical experience has created based on what you've been through and what you want and what you prefer, all your desires, all your dreams, all of that stuff. Your inner being is living all of the positivity of it and holding a steady beam so that you can always find your inner being based on that steady beam. If you're in a negative place, you won't hear what your inner being has evolved to. You won't experience that. That's what I meant. And so you need to, as best as you can, get into alignment with your inner being and get into a positive place so that you can see and know what your inner being knows. You are like a team working together. One is holding all the positivity and is like a beacon of light, holding the love and all the good stuff. And you're out here exploring and continuing together. You're continuing the evolution and the continuous expansion of the universe. And the fourth and final major theme that I got from this seminar, and this particular theme was like a thread throughout the whole seminar. Abraham talked about your comfort dial. Like, she kind of compared it to a shower faucet. You would turn it to adjust the heat, the temperature to whatever is comfortable for you. Okay? Not comfortable for anybody else, comfortable for you. And so it's the same thing with your life. You want to make sure you're comfortable. If it's hot and you have a jacket on, you take your jacket off. You put on the fan, whatever the case is, try to make yourself physically comfortable. If you're too cold, you put on a sweater, put on the heat, drink a warm cup of cocoa, whatever it takes to get yourself comfortable. And not just physical. We're also talking about emotional comfort. If you're not comfortable with something or someone or whatever situation emotionally, you have to deal with that. You have to find a way to become comfortable. Despite what's going on, use your emotions. You can actually conjure emotions. No matter what's happening around you, you can feel good. You can find a way to feel good. You can, whether you want to call it delulu or whatever and be delusional, whatever the case is, you have that power to make yourself feel good deliberately. And when you practice that, it becomes easier and easier. You can actually be in the middle of something that seems to be negative, and you can conjure positive emotions despite what's going on. Okay, and that's very, very powerful. Your emotions are so important because they actually dictate what you experience in your life and how you experience life and your perspective and what is reflected back to you. That's how important your emotions are. You are the center of your universe. You have to care about how you feel. You are the most important, precious person in your world. You have to care about how you feel because when you do, your whole world changes for the better. Listen, you are not here to suffer. Abraham said your purpose here is freedom, growth, and joy. Okay, you don't have to suffer through life. And that's why I've created Enchant Your Life, so that I can, help you live that confident life, knowing your power, knowing manifestation processes, and just expressing and exploring that spiritual side of yourself so that your life can be yours and you can feel fully alive and fulfilled because you're worthy of that and you deserve that, girl. Now, I don't know when you're watching this, but on Sunday, June 14th at 3 p.m., I am going to be doing a Zoom gathering where we can have conversations about how you can change your perspective, which will completely change your reality. I'm going to be sure to put the link to that in the description below. These are the types of topics we love to explore in my community, Enchant Your Life Circle, which I'll also leave the link in the description below if you want to join that private community of like-minded, whimsical, creative women who are looking to enchant their lives. So those were the 4 major takeaways from the seminar, and I really hope that it helps you to enchant your life and live a more confident life, because I just have to keep reminding you of how powerful you are and how precious you are and how worthy you are. I love you so much. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and share with a friend. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Stay enchanted. Bye.